Okay, she removed it. Okay, let me see if I can do this right. There we go. I'm not sitting sideways. I'm sitting like a normal
That's
person.
impressive.
What? What is this? Um. Right. Some messages can feel unspoken, but others don't. Well,
Sometimes it's like you just get a thought in your mind, but you just forget about it straight away. You do.
indeed. Well, Miss Lucille, welcome back, officially.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
Really stressed. And I don't. Lots of things.
You don't sound stressed.
I was happy, and then I was not, and then I guess I am okay. It depends on the day, I suppose.
Tell me about the day when you felt stressed. What caused it?
Um, a shadow.
A shadow.
Well, shadows are normal, right? They're everywhere, all around us. But this one just felt different.
Different how?
I don't know. Like, it wasn't supposed to be there, maybe? And
Miss Lucille?
you know, I've always been afraid of the dark. Because I was in the dark for a long time. So I started fearing it. But now, I'm more afraid of the light. Because in the dark, there's no shadows. And if there's no shadows, I can't see it.
You cannot
Am I
remove
losing my...
you cannot remove all the reminders of your past from your life, and you cannot shield yourself from them by shining light on them. They will always be around. You will always be reminded. You need to find a way to cope with it, not hide from it.
At first, it was just in the mirror. Thought I was imagining, but then it was there all the time. You know, the mirror that you asked me to look in?
Indeed.
It's it there sometimes.
This shadow, do you think it's real? Do you think it's actually following you? Or do you think it's a construct of your imagination? Perhaps a shadow companion following you around?
I don't know. How am I meant to know that? It's probably just, I mean, it's just a shadow, right? It can't do any harm. It's not rational.
It is definitely relevant, and the fact that you're mentioning it, the fact that you see it, means that it has an impact on you, and we need to deal with it. When did you start seeing these shadows?
Well, I think it was the third day when I was looking in the mirror. I tried to change position, but it was still there and just felt like just looked a bit different. I can't really explain it. I just knew that it wasn't right.
I
And
see.
you know, I believe he's probably told you. You know, Light's got a thing. He's sometimes turns into this thing. You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
You know, as his sister bit him, he can get a bit growly.
I see.
Well, it was suggested to me that, well, I shouldn't wear silver because it could harm him. You know, because of the dog thing.
Right.
So I don't know if it's got anything to do with that, but I started taking my necklace off because, well, didn't want to hurt him. And I actually felt different when I wasn't wearing it. Probably because it's from my mother. I felt distant to her, like, you know, I can sometimes hear her or feel her, but she felt further away. I mean, it's just a thing. It's just a stupid necklace. It's nothing. It's the only thing I have from her. So I suppose wearing it used to make me feel safe when I was in a dark place. I started wearing it again, though.
Close your eyes, Miss Lucille. Focus on your breath. And focus on the quiet in this room, on the fire crackling, the calm wind outside, snowflakes falling. You are safe here. It's just me and you. There are no shadows. And even though it's dark, there are still many lights you can focus on. Think about your mother. You miss her, don't you? Can you visualize her in your mind? How did she look? How did she make you feel?
No, I can't. I just hear her voice. I only saw her when she was really dead. She didn't look very pleasant at all.
Right. What I'm trying to say, Miss Lucille, and you can open your eyes again. You don't need that necklace to be reminded of her. She was your mother, and she will always be a part of you, deep down inside. She brought you into this world, and there is a connection that doesn't need to be validated by necklaces or other relics. If you're afraid that your necklace will hurt someone, just put it away and put it back on if it makes you feel better. But in the end, it's just a crude instrument crafted so that... Damn it! I had a very cool analogy. Oh well. Okay, at least I can finally catch up on the chat. Alright. I'm really confused about Hanabe, but I'm afraid to ask. Yeah, we all are. But Hanabe is awesome. I'm glad that he's back. He, not she, remember. Pfand, I think Scarlet isn't coming back, but I still would like to keep the house around. Unless you specifically want to, start building, or unless we like bring new people around and we want to build a house specifically for them. Like, we don't need to build anything right now. We have everything we need. Both of us have our houses. So I think we're good. We can keep it around for a bit longer. It kind of looks cool, to have it in there. Anti-Raven policy. Oh yeah, that is actually funny, Katra. Do you get any jokes about, you being a Raven, sending messages? I know that it would be quite rude and you will probably smack them for it, but it is kind of clever joke. You're bragging too much about being rich, so they're nerfing you. Yeah, they should. I am way too rich these days. I thought I'd be RB'd and I was gonna say back. Well, welcome back anyway. Restart. Oh yeah, mod update. Thank you, Stormy. I should definitely do that. Come on. Because she always sounds the same. You merely adopted the dark. I feel warmer, went and got my cozy fingerless arm-length gloves. Nice! That sounds awesome. Is the wraith making her see things? Yeah, I definitely wanted to focus on the wraith or on the shadow, but she was kind of scatterbrained. She started talking about her mother suddenly, and that felt important, but I will definitely get back to it. Totally hasn't been watching too much Stargate. Nope. Yeah, I agree. There is no such thing as too much Stargate. Stargate is awesome. SG-1, Atlantis. My favorite. When you start thinking about the ways to have an SG season on Conan. No, I don't think it's possible on Conan. On Ark, yes, but not on Conan. Hold that thought. Stargate season. That would be amusing if it worked. Yeah. Like, maybe if... Maybe, like, something inspired by it, to have, like, ancient civilizations that were all brought into this place, by some overlords of sort who have, like, technology at their disposal. Something of that sort, and have, like, portals around. And, like, inspired races. Hello, Hunger Game. Go to sleep, Goldie. Stormy timed you out for not being in bed. Well, that's funny. I remember ToO yelling, he all the time really loud. Yes. So it really is just the two of us again. Indeed, P-Fund. It is just the two of us. That's how it always ends. It is possible, just super unlikely to get everyone to do it. Yeah, that is also true, Kel. Like,
they took your family.
we might
and
be
your
avid
riches.
Stargate fans, but I
Then
have a
they
feeling
took
that
your
not everyone
health
would share our
and your
enthusiasm
pride.
to have like a full-on season for it. I beg to differ. I'd be totally
Finally,
possible in Conan,
They
but
left you
it would appeal to a very
die.
small audience, yeah. All you gotta do is to dig up a Stargate, right? Yeah, you're right. Sings just the two of us. Oh, spoofy. Spoofy. Oops, what did I do? Oh no! There we go. I hate this. Oh, what do you mean, P-Fan? What do you expect? Go recruit someone if you want more people. I tried. It didn't work. I'm just destined to be solo with you. Wait, isn't Stargate one of the highest grossing sci-fis? I think it would be bigger than you think. Well, it's not as popular or prevalent as, for example, Star Wars, you know, or I would even say Star Trek is more popular. But I agree. Look, I love Stargate. I saw SG-1 like 10 times. And I still plan on, you know, watching it over again soon. Typical the thing that works are very open lores or very simple ones, like the current one, or elves and humans versus orcs and goblins. Those are easy to get most on board with, yeah. And you also need to take into account that not a lot of mods would support this Stargate season. We would need like a customized, you know, textures and thingies to make it work. And there are many more mods, you know, for other themes and topics that we could utilize. Like, UC is just ancient ruins. Gross. Orcs and goblins? Yeah, I don't really like orcs and goblins too, either. I mean, if something happens to Lexa, I may join you in, guys, if John is still alive. Thank you, Hunger Game. I would appreciate that. I'd hope John would still be alive, but John is another matter. Yes! My characters are always running on borrowed time. They can die any day. Stargate, you just want to play a Tok'ra. Tok'ra Kree! Reputation means nothing. Can't recruit. Well, OOC John wouldn't mind recruiting, but in character John, he's like, nope, let's get them all out of here so that I can focus on my secret projects. I don't want anyone snooping around. I'm just used to spelling it as John. Yeah. Tease you, Hunger. Derp John, oh boy. John was a butthead 13 times. Hey John, guess what? What? Hunger Game. What? And Spoofy, yes, I remember. I did it on purpose, of course. I was hoping that it would, you would notice. Oh my god, Hunger Game, fuck off. You jerk. You're the worst. There we go, P-Fund. Flip a table on top of her. What a jerk. No, but thank you so much again, Hunger Game, for everything today and for organizing everything with me. I know that it was a lot of work, but I think it was worth it. I think we did well. Inside I was like, yes. And thank you so much for the gifted sub to Kel. Shouldn't have done that. But I appreciate you. Tidy sub. Right, let's see if the server is back. Not yet. You're welcome and thank you for letting me help. No, Hunger Game. Thank you. Not only have you volunteered for my stupid little plan, you were so professional about everything and so easy to work with that I'm so happy that you were my first. It's nice having mate cleaning up. Oh boy. I'm sure it would be if you had one, but you know, takes a master butler to recognize a good household assistant. Oh boy. Yeah, I hope, or it would have been awesome if P-Fund actually RP'd a butler for me, you know, or like a servant. But he's too, you know, he has too much pride. I can't chat again. Please don't. Cody. Yeah, how are you still awake, Cody? It must be, I don't even know what it's like currently in Australia in terms of time. I will after I get to safety. Alright. There we go. Hunger Game. Thank you for, of course, purging this Australian filth. Send him back to bed, where he belongs. $6:31 a.m. Oh boy. You pulled the all-nighter of RP. Okay, looks like the server is back. Alright. Direct connect it is. These unruly Australians. It's almost like their country is consisted of prisoners, right? They have no respect for rules. Hello, Annie. How is lovely Jelly Bean? Have you managed to rebuild your house again? Tell us all about it. Just remember to have a roast beef for a sandwich later. Nice. Nothing got rebuilt. Dang it. And he has best date space. Gaspard and Lila were just there. Oh, yeah, it is beautiful. Definitely an awesome spot. Wait, I saw oh boy, I think I'm crashing. Oh, there we go. I think we're good. My corner froze for a moment. Sorry about that. Take a quick shower. Sounds good. Have a good shower. Jellybean is the cutest thing, I agree. Yeah, I was loading mods, but this was like a very intense loading session. My computer was like, nope, I'm freezing there for like 3 seconds, and I always get nervous, and I'm instinctively reaching for Control-Alt-Delete to see my task manager every time, you know, I feel any freeze for like even a few seconds. I'm that kind of guy. Can't have that. That's why I always load the single player before logging in. Gotcha. Yeah, it's probably smart. Helps not time out too. Yeah, especially if you like don't have an SSD or if you just have a slower computer in general. I would definitely recommend doing it. I gotta log in and fix my booby bounce. Oh yeah, I heard. I saw it on Ellie's stream and Kel mentioned it on Discord. I don't know if it was introduced in the latest update of IQOL, but I don't really know what happened. Suddenly everyone got very bouncy. I do it to help ping 2. Taking forever to log in makes that ping go nutty. Oh yeah, that is true. And people sometimes get timed out, you know, when they're loading the mods and they cannot even get on the server. Is the IQL update? IQL physics were updated, so they're on by default now. Yeah, I think it's somewhere here, like my physics and... oh, this is nice. A little preview. You probably like need to set these on zeros and stuff. Why is there... oh my god. Jellybean has almost no boobies. John has booby bounce too. Do I? Let me see. Oh yeah, I kind of do. Alright, let's get rid of that shit. Butt, breasts. No is no 0 is no bounce. 1 is water balloon gel. Alright. Let's put it to 0. Should we just put everything on 0? Yeah, let's do that. Does this work? I don't want a bouncy penis. But I guess, you know, we could let it slide. But do I want to? I have basically no butt, so it doesn't really matter. Do you want the prediction, guys? Will John break Hunger Games character? What is this? How did you do that, P-Fund? Or Hunger Games? Alright, well, let's do that. Alright, Cody, go to bed. Have a good rest. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's not that hard to break me. It's not too far. It's a new feature. All of mods can do it. Oh, I see. Interesting. How was your nap?
It's fine.
Well, at least you had the comfy sofa all for yourself.
Yes, at least you didn't get stuck in your chair.
I don't know what you're talking about. That never happens to me. That rarely happens to me. That almost always happens to me, but it... yes.
Yes.
What can I say? Guilty as charged. Speaking of guilty, have you killed someone lately?
Not me.
Of course, you sent an assassin after your horse Charlie. We know all about that.
Well, Someone killed Bonnie for me.
Oh. Another one bites the dust. What did Bunny do to you this time?
Nothing.
I see. So she was just removed from the equation for no particular reason.
Oh, there was a reason.
And what was the reason?
Let's just, say that she was part of a test of loyalty.
I see. And who did you test?
Some guy.
Some guy you just met. You wanted to see how loyal he is, and you gave him a simple command to kill your horse.
Maybe. There's plenty of horses, right?
Indeed. Tell me, Miss Lucille. Do you think that you're the only one who is capable of feeling pain?
Pain? No. I think there's a surprising amount of people here that have had a far worse life than I have.
Indeed. And not just the people. Some creatures too, including our pets. Miss Lucille, you've been making great progress, but I must insist that you stop having mounts. I don't think you're a responsible owner, and I understand that I'm quite a hypocrite, and I'm the one to talk, but I don't want you to kill any more of your horses. Can you do that for me?
Of course.
Thank you.
I will not kill any more horses.
And I promise that if your mount survives, I will buy you more presents. How does that sound?
Okay.
That's a fair trade, isn't it?
You want to save my horse because you couldn't save yours. Is that what it's about?
That's an interesting theory. Why do you think I'm asking you to not kill your horses anymore? Do you honestly believe that I am just projecting my own guilt? Do you think that I'm that shallow?
No. You probably just like controlling me.
No.
Testing me.
I am just trying to preserve you, Miss Lucille. As I would do to any of my patients. There is no control. I am just doing what needs to be done. To keep you out of trouble. To set you on the right path. And if you would start mentioning to others that you are ordering your friends and testing their loyalty by killing your mounts, they might get a wrong idea about your intentions. Would you like that?
Is that the threat?
It is not a threat. It is merely a suggestion. You are in control. You can do whatever you want.
Poor Bunny. She just fell into the lava. I told her to stay. She kept walking. It happens.
Miss Lucille, are you sure this is what happened? Because you just mentioned that Bonnie was killed by that person who needed his loyalty to be tested.
Of course, it's not what happened. But does it really matter?
It matters to me. Remember our first session? You promised that you would be honest with me.
Well, you know, I was honest.
But you're not now. What changed, Miss Lucille? I thought
Well,
so that we can trust each other.
yeah, that's just what we tell other people, right?
Wrong. We are not like the others, Miss Lucille.
Whatever. Who cares about a horse?
Mm.
Nobody but you.
The horse is irrelevant.
You're right. She was quite irrelevant.
But it also represents your mental state, your actions. Every decision has consequence. Tell me, Miss Lucille, do you want to get better?
Yes.
And do you want to be happy?
I want to be like everyone else.
Answer my question. Do you want to be happy?
Yes.
Good. You see, not a lot of people are willing to admit that easy, singular goal in their life, to seek happiness. Some people think they don't deserve it. Some people think they are incapable of it because of what happened to them. They almost feel guilty. Or they are simply unable to process what it even means. It is good that you know what you want, and that is why I requested the homework from you. Please, if you don't mind, tell me, what is the first entry on your bucket list?
So, you know how there's people that can cure others, there's so many healers around, you know, it'd be nice to be able to do that as well. You know, to cure somebody and have their eternal gratitude.
That is a beautiful goal. You want to have an opportunity to help someone by using your powers for good.
Mm.
You want a challenge. You want to prove yourself. It is definitely an admirable goal. I approve.
Do you feel gratitude towards the one that healed you?
I don't need healing, Miss Lucille. I am fine the way I am.
Right.
Next goal.
You know, this is harder than I thought. It makes me feel silly.
It's just between us. It doesn't need to be anything special. It can be the simplest thing. Go on.
I want to see the world from, you know, like really high up, from above. You know, like Ulrika has these wings and she can, you know, the fairies can fly and, you know, just like to see what it looks like from up there, if it's any different, how small we are.
You want to see the bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
You want a moment of reflection. You want to take it all in. That is another beautiful goal. You want the freedom it represents. Very well. What is the next goal?
I want to be loved. You know, like, really loved. Like, the kind of love that you read about, where somebody would do anything for you.
So you want the full and complete devotion.
Yes.
That is also a beautiful goal that many people share, but not a lot of people are able to find. But I do believe that all of us are capable of it. With the right
You think
partner.
I am?
I think you are. The fact that you want it, the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there, means that you deserve it. And you will get it. You deserve to be loved, Miss Lucille.
You think?
I know. In many ways, you already are. I am sure that your parents loved you very much. They would give up anything to protect you.
Oh, my father hated me, for sure.
I'm sorry
I
to
was
hear
just a
that.
constant reminder of everything.
Well, perhaps it was a love-hate relationship.
I don't even know what that is. What does that even mean?
It means that your mother was even more precious and important to you. And I'm sure that she loved you very much. What do you think about Light? Do you think that he loves you?
I think there might be a chance, yes. The way that he speaks. Mostly writes. He doesn't speak about it much. But his letters. He should show them to you once and you can tell me what you think.
That would be intruding on his privacy and yours.
I know.
But I understand. Love can be difficult to decipher. The intentions and feelings can be unclear. But in the end, love finds the way. You just need to open your heart for it. And you've already done that. So it's only a matter of time. I am sure that the Duke appreciates you very much. And sooner or later, he will realize. And he will say those words that you yearn for so much. I promise, Miss Lucille. One way or
Well,
another.
let's hope he doesn't die before it happens.
There is always a possibility, but you cannot live life like that, always being concerned about the possibility of others dying. Yes, it is a constant. We are all mortal. But that makes all these moments we have together all that more precious, gives them value.
He talks about death a lot lately, you know.
Mm. He's been through a lot. He needs you to be by his side, to support him, just as much you need him. That's how relationships work, Miss Lucille. It's not a one-sided thing. It's always about compromises and union. It's about helping the other half.
I don't like people talking about death, and I haven't even started living yet.
I understand. But you cannot change what's on other people's mind. You can help them, cheer them up. But in the end, it's up to them to process it in their own time. If it ever becomes problematic, tell him to visit me again and we can talk about it.
Okay.
What is the next goal, Miss Lucille? Number 4.
They're not in order, are they? Because that's not how I've done it.
No, they don't have to be.
Well, it would be nice to have something named after me, you know, like a city or like a drink or something, you know, like this is really silly, isn't it?
I think it's quite cute. I would definitely like to enter Lucy will and see what it has to offer. You know, or something like Saint Lucille or
Yes. And there'll be
Lucyland.
all paintings of me, you know.
Lucille Square, Lucille Avenue.
And all my favorite flowers.
Mm.
And
It's quite
you
ambitious.
know, like my memory, so that, you know, if I do die tomorrow, then I haven't just lived for a week and it's been all for nothing.
Exactly. That's all there is to it. We just want to be remembered at the end of the day. But you don't need to name a city after yourself. You don't even need a statue. You don't need you don't need any of that. You just need to make an impact, a positive impact in other people's lives. And you already have. You will be remembered, Miss Lucille.
I hope so.
And if this is of any consolation, I can use your profile that I've been working on as one of the case studies in case of your untimely end. Perhaps that way you would be remembered and people could learn from your example.
Alright. If I die, then you can make me famous.
Very well, we have a deal. You shall be known as Patient 7.
Patient 7.
Or something like that. You can even pick a number or a designation. You can be like Patient XXX005XXX.
It's a bit hard on the tongue, don't you think?
Indeed, but at least you would stick out from the crowd. Very well. What is the next goal?
would like to know who I am. That one was pretty obvious, wasn't it?
It was.
I'm sure I'll find out. I've already got some information.
What did you find out?
Maybe I'll tell you one day.
Maybe you will. But what if I die tomorrow?
Then I'll make sure to go and edit my case study.
Thank you. At least my successors will know the answer. And I will die in agony, cursing the gods, not knowing the answer to this particular burning question.
No, you won't.
Grimald will
I'll
you.
make sure to whisper it to you.
You would do that for
Maybe
me.
then you can still hear it.
Very well. I will keep that in mind.
I mean, if the dead can speak to us, maybe we can speak to them.
I'd like to believe that's possible.
So do I. Maybe if you're crazy enough, it could be.
No, I don't think you need to be classified as crazy to do that. People mourn in different ways. There is no right or wrong way. You just do it.
Speaking of dying last breath, that'd be quite an experience. You need to be there with somebody as they cross over.
Indeed. Very intimate moment.
I'd like to watch someone take their last breath.
You would like to watch me watch someone take their last breath.
I don't know.
No, sorry, I think I heard you wrong. Could you repeat that sentence?
Just, watch somebody die.
Right.
It doesn't really matter how, but, just being there.
And what do you think, how do you think it would go? What kind of realization would you get from that?
Probably disappointed as usual. They'll probably just die and that's it.
Exactly. There is no dignity in dying. You just close your eyes. There is like a splat sound and then it's all over.
You've seen lots of people die, have you?
More than enough. What is the next goal, Miss Lucille? I give her homework about a bucket list. She needs to write down 10 things she wants to see,
I
witness,
mentioned how I'd like
or get
to
before she dies.
cure somebody. It's just having the power to cure them, and then right when they think they're cured, you just take it away again. And you're like, I'm just kidding.
Are you?
And then you can give it back to them again, but you can take it away as well.
So, you desire to end someone's life?
Well, no, they were going to die anyway, right? You just decide whether they deserve it or not.
You wish to hold that power over someone's life?
Yeah. I don't think it's fair that somebody got to decide my path. I want to decide someone else's. Just seems fair to me.
Just keep in mind, Miss Lucille, that direct action is not always the best way. It is a far greater victory to make another see through your eyes than to close theirs forever.
Is it against the law to be able to kill someone and just choose not to?
It is against an oath you take as a healer. When you have that capacity, when you have that ability, you swear to use it whenever you can and to help out. I took many oaths like that as a doctor. I don't know if you have as a cleric, but if you have that power, why would you not invest it and help someone who is in pain? I understand that there is a certain degree of curiosity to see the reaction, to witness the feeling it would bring to you if you ended someone's life, but you can just imagine these things in your mind. You don't need to follow through.
What if they deserved it?
No one
And
deserves
you just
death.
had to kill them.
No one deserves that kind of punishment, no matter what their crimes.
It's not a punishment, though. I'm not giving the punishment. I'm just letting it happen.
That's why we have infrastructure and authorities who deal with criminals, and we have a justice system.
Is it a crime to give somebody a knife and then watch them kill somebody else with that knife?
It may not be a crime in a judiciary sense, but it would certainly be unethical, and you would be responsible for someone else's death.
No, the person with the knife is responsible for their own actions.
Indeed, but you would be an enabler. You would be maybe even an accomplice.
You sound so serious.
To end someone's life is a very serious matter, Miss Lucille. You don't want to take these actions lightly, because there is no coming back. Once you take someone's life, you are forever a murderer.
Or is there? Blood mages can come back.
They might.
My mother could, kind of. Or whatever she was.
But I wouldn't count on
So-
this.
Maybe killing or death isn't so serious. Maybe it's something we should explore. How else are we going to know?
Very well.
Well, it's like Hanavi Tide said, you know, if we don't test things or explore or use unconventional means, as he said, then how would we know? Are you going to kill me?
I'm just trying to satisfy your curiosity.
Do you want to hit me?
Do I look like I want to hit you?
Yes. Let me not get blood on your sofa.
Appreciate it.
I have an issue with the floor. It's just gonna,
I understand.
it's gonna have to go on the carpet. I'm very sorry.
That is fine. You can go back on your couch. I'm not killing you.
Oh. Right.
Not like that.
Well, I can turn around if you prefer.
No. You see, the murder, the act, that's nothing special about that. When you just plunge your sword into someone's body, it gets messy, but it's just a crude thing. It's the moment before, the lead up to it. That is what makes the act so special. Why do you think serial killers do what they do? Do you think that they enjoy the process of just inserting the knife into someone's body? It is a ritual for them. They do it because they need it. It is like a painting almost. There is a whole process. They see art in it. Why do you think they can do it in the first place, while others would probably get sick even thinking about it?
Seems kind of unfair. Lots of people think about bad things and they never act on it.
Nothing in life is fair, Miss Lucille. If you want justice, you won't get it. So you better get used to it.
I want justice.
And are you willing to serve it to those who have wronged you?
If I knew where he was, if he's even alive, I'd like to strangle him with my own hands.
The one who killed your parents?
My father.
Right. So it was actually your father who killed your mother?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and assume so. He found her. Apparently he fell in love with her. And he didn't let her go. I don't know if she loved him or not. But I know that, well, I was told that she must have passed away at some point, perhaps when I was born, or maybe shortly after, I'm not sure, considering I never saw her.
I see.
And then he just kept her down there, you know, even after. He blamed me for it, I suppose.
I understand that this is not what you want to hear, Miss Lucille, especially not right now. But you need to let go. Your father isn't here, he is no longer a part of your life, and you need to cut him loose. You have other people here who worry about you, who could use your help, who could help you in exchange. You need to focus on them.
I'll never stop thinking about him. I could still hear his voice, hear his laugh as he was burning me. He enjoyed it.
So it's like a shadow following you around.
Shadow doesn't have a face. But I don't remember his face. And if it is him following me around, then I'll find a way to kill him.
Again,
Do
certain...
you know what they did with him? Do you know what happened after I was taken away?
I don't.
So you don't know if he's dead or not?
No, I don't.
I'm sure they killed him, right? I'm sure he's dead. He deserved it.
There is no certainty, only opportunity. I understand this is important to you, but you must see the bigger picture. He is no longer relevant. Don't give him that power over you. He can only hurt you if you allow him.
I'm pretty good at ignoring pain. I'm sure I can ignore him too. And the shadow. I'll simply ignore it. Maybe it will go away.
Maybe it will. What is the next entry on your bucket list?
You know how people run away from the blood mages? As soon as they show up and they start laughing, and people just run because they're afraid. It would be nice to know what that feels like. You know, can you imagine just entering a room and people just run out, jump out of the windows, break the doors down, scream for their lives, and you just stand there laughing?
So your wish is to
Be
know what it's
respected.
like to cause fear in others. Because there is a
That's how
difference
you wanna-
between invoking fear and respect. So which one is it?
I don't know.
So you don't care. You just want a reaction. You're just looking for attention.
Yeah, probably.
Well, in that case, you're just like everyone else. But unlike anyone else, you are at least willing to admit it.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
It is. It takes courage. And some self-discovery. It's good to know that you're capable of it.
Have I surprised you with my answers?
Not in the slightest. Next entry.
Is this when you show me a list of, you know, you've already got them written down? Like, you knew exactly what I was going to say.
I'm not a magician, Miss Lucille. I don't know what the future holds. I may have my predictions, I may have expectations, but I'm not a miracle worker. But yes,
How dull.
you are not the only patient I had, Miss Lucille. And you're not the only person I gave this homework to. Persian. Oh. Apologies. A slip of the tongue.
What have you got against Persians?
Nothing in particular. They seem like very nice people with very interesting design decisions and means of transportation. I did say Persian. Perhaps a Freudian slip. I am a merciful God. Do you know this?
Well, I haven't got any more. That was it.
So you failed at your homework.
No, that was 10, I think. I think I counted 10.
I don't think it was.
I think it was.
Very well.
I probably slipped some of the things in conversations. Pretty sure it was 10.
Very well. Do you know why I asked you to make this bucket list?
I don't know. I guess you thought it was fun to hear what I had to say.
No, I don't do this
See
for
how
fun.
crazy I am.
And you're not crazy. As a matter of fact, this homework proves that proves my prognosis. Your treatment was successful, and you no longer need me. I am closing your case.
Wait, what?
You are no longer a significant threat to yourself or society. No more than most of the people in these lands.
Oh. So, I'm normal?
No. No one is normal. And just like everyone else, you're special.
I don't...
What? You disapprove of my diagnosis? Or my prognosis?
I guess I wasn't expecting it.
How come? Been making such a great progress. You've been visiting my therapy sessions. You've been working on your homeworks. You did everything I asked you to do. You haven't broken any laws. Maybe a few slip-ups here and there, but no one is innocent, Miss Lucille. And no one is perfect.
Well then, guess Light was right.
Mhm.
I'm just, fine the way I am. I don't need to change.
This is how things work, Miss Lucille. When my patients get better, they leave. They must return back to society and pursue their newly acquired goals and appreciation for life. That's why I wanted you to make that bucket list, so that you have something to strive for. If you ever feel lost, if you ever feel like you got distracted, you cannot focus, you don't know what to do next, remember the list. Use it to get back on track. And don't forget, you told me that you want to be happy. And this is how you do it.
By just doing things that you want.
No, doing things that you want.
Right. I have a question.
Ask, and I will answer.
What if somebody's preventing you from being happy and you just kind of wish they weren't there? What do you do?
That's simple. You let them do their own thing, and you focus on those who make you happy. There are anchors in this life, people who will only drag you down, but they can only do that if you let them.
So keep your enemies closer?
Yes. You can learn a lot from your enemies.
And then what?
You forget about them as best as you can. They are not worth your time. Others are. This short life that we have is far too important to waste on people who only take and never give back. Focus on your loved ones. Focus on those who are part of your support group.
We've lost 2 people recently. Well, not lost. They've had to leave.
I am sorry to hear that. Do you miss them?
I suppose. I miss what they brought. I miss Garrosh senseless screaming, shouting and arguing. For just no reason.
He was a man of passion, that is for sure. Why did he leave?
I'd asked him to go overseas. Take care of something. I don't think he's gonna be back, at least not anytime soon.
I see. So, an important mission, a task for a duke.
Yes.
That is very honorable of him, and I wish him safe travels, and I hope that he will reach his goal. He seems like a good person.
Good person. Mm-hmm.
Don't you agree?
Sure.
Who was the other one?
Ulrika.
Oh. I met her.
She changed a lot.
Has she? From what to what?
They kept going to hunt the blood mages. Just every day. Back. Again. 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 They were injured. They kept going. Over and over and over and over again. I'm not sure where she is. She's just gone. I don't know if she's dead or if she's gone somewhere. Maybe there'll be a note. I haven't seen one.
I wouldn't be
Maybe she's
surprised.
dead.
That is
She had a
indeed.
lot of corruption. It changed her in many ways. Her skin, her eyes, even her wings changed. Who knows, maybe she's one of them now. Is that how it works? I don't know.
It very well might. That's why it's so important for us to gather as many information as possible. But yes, when you stare into the abyss, you need to watch out and be mindful of the abyss staring back into you. And when you're fighting monsters for too long, there is always a threat that you will become one.
Maybe she's still around. I kind of hope she is. We
I
had
ho-
some nice conversation.
I hope so too. She also seemed like a lovely person. Very adventurous, full of life.
Mm. She was loyal. Or is. I shouldn't assume.
And she was still a part of your group. Let's keep her memory. And let's hope that she will return one day. The way we remember her.
Yes.
I am sorry that you have been dealing with these departures. I understand what it's like for you to say goodbyes.
Mm.
But
There'll
you,
always be others.
indeed, there always are. And you always have me, Miss Lucille. Just because I am closing the case on you doesn't mean that I'm not here as a friend.
So I can come back.
Anytime. I would actually be insulted if you haven't.
Alright then. Then I will.
I'll be looking forward to it.
You better.
Is that a threat?
Yes. Also, the floor is really. I forgot that I couldn't open. This is really bad.
Well, you get some and you lose some. I am glad that you decided to join the group of mercenaries. Seems like you get a lot of support there, and they like having you around. And that's all that matters.
Mm. I like him, you know.
Light?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do. But do you love him?
Don't know what that's meant to feel like.
Maybe you will find out one day. Give it some time.
I know that I need him.
You don't need him. You don't need anyone. You have yourself. And you're more capable than you realize.
I really feel like I need him. Like,
The need implies dependency. And you don't want to become dependable. That leaves you vulnerable in case of loss. Sooner or later, you will have to realize that you need to start depending on yourself and not on the others. Only you can make your life better. You can change it for the better. Others can help along the way, but in the end, it's up to you. You need to become responsible for your actions and for the consequences of these actions. It's called being an adult. words are hard. And I'm tired. Sorry.
If you say so.
Thank you for stopping by, Miss Lucille, as always. And thank you for putting so much effort into your homework. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for keeping my house. For as long as you can.
I
I understand it might be difficult.
yes, it there are definitely some voices with a very northern accent that would prefer me to just stare it down, but I guess guess it is a reminder of what we used to have. But you are right. Maybe it's time to move on. If you don't need it anymore. It's up to you. It can stay if you say so.
I'd like for it to stay, but if you need to get rid of it, then I understand.
Very well. Oh.
Day, Horson.
Oh my god. Oh.
It's like you've got a customer.
I think I recognize the sound of that gentleman's voice.
Greetings, friends.
Greetings, Mr. Preacher Man, isn't it?
Really?
Yes, it is.
The very own. We were blessed.
You will be blessed someday. How are you doing?
Much better now.
Much better now, thank you.
You know where we must go now, Miss Lucille, with this gentleman.
Oh, is that my presence?
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that I bring such presents, making you happy.
Indeed.
You speak to this gentleman. Give me 2 minutes to think about something.
Very well. She can barely hold her
She
excitement.
turned around. That gave me something to think about for sure.
Oh.
Oh,
Mr. Preacher Man. I understand that you probably grew up in a monastery surrounded by other men. But please, contain your enjoyment of Miss Lucille's curves and keep it private.
well, don't tell me that you don't agree, friend.
She used to be my patient, and I have my set of rules that I adhere to very firmly.
Used to.
Indeed.
So I guess you can,
No.
Oh, yeah, alright. Let's keep it with that, yeah.
Yes, let's. How have you been?
Anyway, how have you been doing?
I asked first. Nice try.
Well, I've been ill for a few days.
Oh,
I've been up in the cold too much, so I'll have to take down and lay down for some days.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Now I'm feeling better.
That is good to know.
So it happens. And how about you, Doc? How are you doing?
Very busy. There is a lot of work to be done with the whole blood mage situation, with patients visiting my office, always giving me something to think about. And meeting many new people these days. That is always nice.
Right. About those blood mages, how do you handle those? I've encountered like 2, maybe 3 of those.
Mm.
And it felt like I couldn't do a thing to them, even though my sword is blessed in holy water.
I see. Yes, I would definitely advise not to fight them, or directly approach them, or confront them in any way. They can be quite dangerous. I've been trying to
Oh.
reach out and appeal on their any kind of sense of humanity I could find. I've been trying to convince them to resolve their differences they seem to have with all living creatures in a more peaceful manner.
I see. But how did that end?
Mostly with me seeking out medical attention immediately. But not always. There was one instance where I was almost successful. And that one fueled my desire to continue. Almost that obsession.
Mm. Was it a blood mage that you were able to talk to, or just
Yeah,
communicate it any other way?
Indeed. The communication was established and quite fruitful.
Oh.
There is a potential in them
Mm.
for much more than just bloodthirst and murder, senseless
But what kind of
violence.
creature would you say they are? Would you say they're human? Or
Mm. I do believe they are just like us, just more unfortunate, dealing with a far more serious condition than any of us ever will.
they must be corrupted of some kind. Or
Perhaps.
very, very angry.
Perhaps. Perhaps they did it on purpose. Perhaps they wanted to be like this, but they still deserve our help, even if that was their plan. Maybe not our help, but at the very least mine, because that is what I do. That is my job. I don't force anyone to. Apologies.
Go ahead.
No.
You should try the thing I mentioned. You know, that one of my friends did. Next time you see them, just try to sound like one of them and see if it works.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't need to hide behind such trickery. That's not fair to them. They're not idiots.
That's what they do. They tried to trick Molly into thinking they were just normal.
And have you considered that that might be their way of converting more people to their cause? By giving them a taste of what it's like to be a blood mage?
Maybe.
In that
Think
case?
it's working?
Oh, I'm sure it is. Their way of life must definitely be alluring to some. There are criminals in these lands, and people without morals, who would probably find a lot of enjoyment in such a life. People who seek power over everything. Wouldn't you say so, sir?
I didn't really hear you there.
I
I was
apologize.
focusing on finding the light here in these dark times.
I see. Allow me to help out in the moment of need.
Thank you very much.